everybody, it's New Year's Eve 2021, almost 2022, and I'm 3/4 of my way through a trip from the southeast up to Northern California. I went on December 18th, and here it is almost 2 weeks later on my way, 3/4 of the way, almost on the way back home, almost home. So I left and went to my western route was Little Rock, started near Chattanooga, then Little Rock, first day, then to Amarillo, then to Phoenix, then up across the Colorado River through Laughlin to Northern California, eventually to Santa Rosa. And I'm starting this video because I'm about to cross from Colorado to Kansas, and I had a little bit of an adventure. So I haven't documented much of the trip, so I thought I'd tell you about the adventure. So coming home from Northern California, I had to go way south. I had a route through Denver. I had a stop I had to make in Denver. So I had to go way south because Interstate 80 was closed because of snow. So I went way south. I went down I-5 to Southern California, over to I-15, and then up to Las Vegas the first day. Spent the night there. The next day, I was planning to go from Las Vegas to Denver. Because of the weather, I got up to I-15 and 70 and turned east on 70 and started to see some snow. And then as I hit the Rockies, the western slope of the Rockies, I started to have some engine trouble. I had an alternator light come on. So I stopped on the western slope of I-70, just short of Vail, just short of the western slope. And I had to try to figure out this alternator problem. So the engine light came on for the alternator. So luckily I pulled over to a little town on I-70 that had an O'Reilly's, ordered the alternator. Had to wait 2 days for that to come in, and while I was waiting, I called around to try to find a shop to fix it, to put the alternator in. Found a little shop. The day the alternator came in, I took it to that shop, and they worked on it for about 2.5 hours and decided they couldn't install it. So I was stuck in this little town of Rifle, Colorado on the western slope of the Rockies. No phone service, in a snowstorm, and a battery that wasn't getting charged because the alternator was blown. So the guy who was going to pick up the stuff in Denver to bring back home on my last legs home offered not only to help me put the alternator in, he offered to come and get me 200 miles from Denver in a snowstorm, put my vehicle on a trailer, and take it to his shop and fix it for me. This person's name is Curtis, and I want to thank him. And again, I'm prompting this video now because I'm about to leave Colorado, and I was thinking about how kind he was to me. Not only offered to come get me and fix everything, but let me stay in his shop overnight, a nice safe place, gave me dinner, and I'm about to cross from Colorado into Kansas after his fix, and everything's working great. So I wanted to thank Curtis for that. He has a very cool spot. He has a ranch, I'd call it a ranch, a little bit of a ranch in a town near Denver. Fixed me up, we put the alternator in, gave me dinner, let me sleep there, and everything's running great. So as I leave Colorado with everything running fine, knock on wood, and I'm about to cross into Kansas, I wanted to give a shout out to Curtis and his wife for being so kind to me. So I've got his stuff that I'm bringing back to my friend in Chattanooga in the van, and we're just cruising along. So thank you, Curtis. You are a gentleman and an excellent mechanic, and I don't know what I would have done without you. Probably would have had to stop somewhere in Denver and find a Mercedes dealer. And this was all yesterday, 2 days before New Year's. So I probably would have been stuck there several days. Hotel bills and expensive fixes from Mercedes. So as I crossed into Kansas, I wanted to remember you, Curtis, for being so kind to me and give you all an update on my trip.